Hey, what's going on, people? Dogysamich here for another episode of Georgia on the Grind, a podcast about Georgia fighting game community events. Talk about some things that happened in the past week, talk about some things that are coming up this week, and talk about a couple things that are coming up in a couple of weeks, somewhere like that. You get the idea. This is nothing new at this point. Let's get going with it. This past week, nothing too big really happened, just the weeklies. Most specifically, 404 ran their weekly events. ESA, not really as fortunate from what I've been seeing on the registration pages, but they've been trying nonetheless. Sticking with 404, they had their Tekken monthly on Saturday, and normally I wouldn't really make too much of a fuss about this, but apparently ATL Fabo added $500 to the pot for the monthly, then turned around and almost won it back, or I'm assuming he won a decent chunk of it because he got second place. So, big ups to him for literally putting his money where his mouth is. ESA, like I said, didn't really have anything happening, but I do want to point out that in talking to some people in the past week, somebody was able to find the original Strive bracket that they tried to run at ESA. So now I have proof that it's happened before. Maybe it's a thing that still happens. I don't have anything to really tell you at this point. It's kind of leads into what's happening this week. I'm just gonna put this out there bluntly. I've been making my weekly rounds to check up on people, and I've noticed that ESA hasn't updated anything. So I don't know if ESA is happening this week. Are they MIA? Shrug. 404, on the other hand, has their schedule up, business as usual for the most part. Some highlights that I'll give you, because again, with 404, I try to direct you to them because Greg goes through the effort to putting all the information out there. It makes more sense at the end of the day to get people to look where they need to for that, yada yada, so on and so forth. Anyways, highlights for this week at 404 from what I've seen. Tonight, Wednesday, along with Tekken 7, I don't actually have the schedule up. The highlight is they're going to have Tag 2. Tekken Tournament Tag 2. Along with their other event for tonight. So hopefully I can get this out in time. It probably won't be out in time for it to inform anybody, but if you were ever wondering if they run older games like that, they do. Speaking of older games, in the Floating Friday spot, they're going to have Rev 2, Guilty Gear, Zerd, Revelator the Second. So if you're still trying to hang out with that man, the J, L Felt, Bedman, and the likes, swing on over by 404 on Friday and see who's still about that life. And on Saturday, seeing as this is the 5th Saturday in the month, a rare event, Greg is taking suggestions for any event that anybody wants to run. So if you're trying to, build up a community, or if you just want to throw down at a game, give him a holler and see if he'll put you on the spot. Past that, also on Saturday, the Zone Breakers are having their monthly Break Fest up in Fayetteville. Break Fest being the event that happens from an IHOP, I was going to say ballroom, banquet room, dining hall. I was trying to find the perfect word. One of those is good enough. But again, Zone Breakers event, so kind of a unique lineup. Let me give it to you real quick. They're going to have Tekken 7 and Smash Bros. Ultimate. Those are like the two games that you have to run at an event in this state, or else you're probably just not going to get people. That's how it is. They're going to have Pokken, or Pokken, whatever you like to call it, Rivals of Aether, Guilty Gear Strive, KOF 15, and Persona Ultimax 2. I'm not going through all the hoops with the whole name of that. P4U2. Those 7 games are going to be in effect this Saturday in Fayetteville, hosted by the Zone Breakers, hosting Break Fest. Let's go backwards. But with all that being said, that leads us to the big announcement for this week. There is a new event that has been, well, I can't say it's a new event because I mentioned it last week. We have details for the recently announced local that is coming back. Data FGC with +2 on block. Ah, clap, 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 pachi, pachi, pachi. On the 7th and the 8th, that's next week, coming out of Contenders Esports Cumberland. I guess Cumberland is actually like the title of the venue or something. I don't know. And from Smyrna, Georgia. Of course, it's in Georgia, duh. From Smyrna, which if you don't live in or around Atlanta, you just called it Atlanta enough. +2 on block is coming back. It is going to be a 2-day event on the 7th and the 8th. It is going to have 6 events. On the 7th, which is a Saturday, they're going to have Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Strive, KOF 15, and drumroll, Melty Blood Type Lumina. Yeah, Data getting back into the mix are willing to give Type Lumina the shot that a couple of people have tried before and they've seen it fizzle out. So hopefully Data can drum up all of the interest and gather all the chickens into the coop and get a decent tournament for Type Lumina, which leaves Sunday free for Ultimate by itself. And with the way the bigger locals have been in the state, Ultimate probably needs Sunday by itself. But again, that's finally putting some details on the announcement that Data has mysteriously left us with for the past few weeks. They're finally back into the fray again, and we'll have to see how things pan out with that. Again, +2 on block on May 7th and May 8th, a 2-day event for a local. And that's all I really want to delve into this time around, trying to keep it on the shorter side. I really need to sit down and like structure this more. Gonna put the event page is already up. Like I don't even need to walk through that. Event page is already up. We're gonna talk about this calendar. I kind of want to axe the calendar in favor for like a weekly layout. That seems like it would make more sense. That's something I'll work out on my own. Closing things, the important closing thing, which is you. It's like I always say in the commentary, the most important people are you people out there, because without you people, there wouldn't be a reason for me to be doing this. Because in theory, that would mean everybody would keep up with their events and we wouldn't have to do this. But you are using this and it's of any good, or even if it's not of any good, thanks for the time. Appreciate your time, your views, and all the other good stuff. That's it. That's it. You know, I don't really have too much to say. The whole MO is put the events out there and go about the merry ways and try to keep people up to speed. And that's what we will do next time. But until then, be easy, yo. Peace.